Hi, hello. Welcome to Dear PB, a podcast where we hopefully help you become a better speedrunner, but probably won't. I'm Corva May. You can call me May, or she, or her.
I'm Swoos. You can call me SWC, or he, or they.
And joining us from Halloween Town, I don't know where this game takes place. It's Jaxler.
Somewhere. Hi, I'm Jaxler, or he, or him. I can do the bit too. Yeah. Hi. We're playing some Pumpkin Jack. This game is cool.
I like that it has a crow.
Yeah, the crow is a good friend.
I'm a big fan of crows. I don't know if people know that, based on my username, but
I had a sneaking suspicion.
yeah, I don't like to advertise it that much, but people figure it out, you know.
Yeah.
You can get started whenever you feel like.
Yeah, sure. So I guess just a couple of housekeeping things real quick before we start. I play on keyboard mouse. So there will be a distinct amount of what I like to call keyboard ASMR during this run because of some of the movement tech that I have to be doing. And this is also a New Game Plus run, but we won't really be going out of bounds too much because that isn't as fun. Let's go play video games.
If you dislike keyboard ASMR, we apologize in advance.
All right, so we'll start time 4 seconds from when we crash into the ground. And then you'll get to watch me flub movement for about an hour. It'll be good times.
For the benefit of the listener, we're about to crash into the ground. We're in like a meteor sort of thing.
3, 2, 1, go.
And now the timer has started. Oh, it's first input. I see. It all makes sense now.
Yeah, it's first input.
So another housekeeping thing, if I sound different this time than I usually do, it's because I'm using a different mic, and I'm currently in a different room on the first floor instead of my office, which is on the third floor. And because I don't want to explain the reasons why, but it has to do with the birthday. And happy birthday to a friend of the show, Lauren, who is using my computer, and so I can't. I guess I explained why. So I apologize if my mic quality is slightly worse, but you know what? It's free, so that's life.
Yeah.
I'm very tired, which is new for this show. Usually I'm super wide awake.
Oh yeah, of course. This is the first time you've ever been tired.
Exactly. The last 2 weeks I've been doing in-person content stuff, and it has been a lot. And so if I am not all the way here, I'm not sorry. I'm tired. You know what? This is a little bit of me apologizing, a little bit of me saying, you know what, you get what you get.
Yeah, how dare you not have spoons?
I'm
Honestly,
sorry.
The title of the episode is now May Apologizes for an Hour.
That would be pretty good content. Canadian
That's
May.
a bonus episode.
That would be really...
He apologizes for an hour set to the tune of keyboard ASMR.
Yes.
Flows movement.
All right. We'll do that for this month. It's just me apologizing for every just random stuff. Most of which isn't my fault.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry for the economy. I'm very sorry for the historical legacy of just all that.
Anyways,
we're gonna try that again.
This is a podcast where we don't talk about Angry Birds, and instead we help you become a better speedrunner. We're gonna actually do questions this week. I swear to God, I'm not gonna get into a super bad Angry Birds tangent. I apologize for that too. That's part of the apology tour. Okay, I'm not that sorry about the Angry Birds. It was pretty funny.
It was.
For me.
For you and you alone.
Insomnia asks, Dear PB, what is the coolest, most interesting, or funniest glitch in a game that you run? That's not usually the order in which... Usually I say the person who asked the question after, but I didn't do it. I forgot to,
Usually you ask a question about the runner before we ask a regular question, but you're doing great. It's okay.
Oh my God. I told you, I'm all over the place. We're going to mix it up this week. We're going to keep you on the toes. So the runner question will be second.
All right.
Cool. All right. Coolest glitch.
Oh, am I going first?
Anyone can go.
I'll go first.
I don't run enough stuff.
I run way too many video games. And one of the games I run, Neopets: The Darkest Fairy for the Sony PlayStation 2, has a really cool glitch called what is it called? Ledge flying. Sorry, I'm all over the place because I'm messing up movement tech. So essentially, you get a potato sack halfway through the game, and if you do a series of inputs on ledges, it lets you go flying through the air and through walls, and it's great.
Huh.
It looks really funny.
I do love a glitch that looks really goofy. The one that M showed us last week with just moving around in the dash animation in Hollow Knight was very good. I like there's a glitch that you do in Shenmue 1 that lets you that involves essentially involves like menu storage during a cutscene, and then it lets you get into places that you're not supposed to be able to get into, and then clip through walls, and it saves like 20 minutes. Because you don't have to do like all the stuff in town to get the Phoenix Mirror, you just get it like immediately. And even with that, the run's like 6 hours or 7 hours long, which is pretty funny.
Love to see it.
Yeah, Shenmue's good. Everyone should run Shenmue. I wish I remember the details of it more than I do right now, but I haven't run Shenmue in a hot minute, so.
My favorite glitch in Brawl is called running the game on the PAL version.
Okay.
Because for some reason they went out of their way. Well, not really. They were supposed to have no changes between the game, between NTSC and PAL, to preserve like online integrity and stuff, so people could play like across the ocean
region, yeah.
That's the word, cross region. So with the only things being like simple localization, like naming stuff. But apparently in Subspace, it changed a bunch of stuff. Well, not a bunch of stuff. It changed enough stuff for no real reason. And yeah, that's cool. So it enables you to do a skip that you can't do on NTSC. Because they changed a checkpoint for some reason. Yeah.
And that was like the original version of patching a game. It's just, oh, well, this region's gonna get later. I guess we could fix some stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I think that happened to Melee as well. Like, they actually did balance changes in between.
PAL has like never played in Melee because they are completely different. Same with 64. 64 has 3 different versions, and they are all pretty different from each other because of balancing.
American Melees I know are like pretty much the same. There's just like a couple like glitches you can't do. I believe that's the case, but
every game since then has been the same because of online.
Another honorable mention Shenmue glitch, which is my least favorite glitch, is if you're in Shenmue 1, right, you can't pass, you have to wait for time to pass, but you can't advance it, so you just have to sit there and wait. That's why it's such a long run. And a really cool thing about it is that the only thing to really do there when you're sitting there is to look at your collections. But if you go into certain things like your watch or like your gacha machine collections, it can soft lock the game. Which I didn't know until I was 5.5 hours into a run.
That's good.
That was cool. That was fun. That's why I don't run Shenmue anymore. Also the fact that it's really freaking long.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I also really like in Chibi Robo that you can just kind of clip through any wall in the game.
You really can just clip through any wall in Chibi Robo.
You really just can. It's great. It's really good.
I love a good camera angle specific clip.
Well, it's actually not camera. Well, you can do it from any. Well, inputs are camera dependent, but you can do it from any angle. It's harder if you do it in reverse, but I have done it.
Some of the clips in that game were when I tried running it, were pretty reasonable, and some of them I was like, I hate this.
Yeah,
this is the worst. Like the one where you get through the left door in the living room. That one was easy to grab the coin behind there.
Oh, really? Yeah. Getting back in bounds though after that, awful.
Awful, yeah, real bad.
Real bad.
Jaxler, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? This is usually the question that we ask first, but I don't want to do it that way today.
All right.
Yeah.
So I am Jaxler. I have been speedrunning since roughly 2014, 2015, and I speedrun pretty much anything and everything I can get my hands on that's weird. Or that people don't really play. That's kind of my go-to. So I've listened Pumpkin Jack,
You say Chibi Robo's weird? How dare you?
Well, I mean, it's not Jump Wahoo Mario. It's not.
It's the second best game on the GameCube.
That's a really weird way of saying the best game on the GameCube.
I really like Thousand Year Door.
I've never heard of Chibi 1,000 Year Door. That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just really like running the weird stuff. I tend to stick to smaller games and smaller communities. I got my start with actually Ocarina of Time 3D in like 2014. Did like one attempt of a run, and if for those of you who don't know, running that game is really hard. So I stopped pretty quickly. And then after that, I picked up Chibi Robo in like very, very early 2015. And then I also broke into the SpongeBob community pretty early. So I started with the SpongeBob movie game, played a little bit of Battle for Bikini Bottom, wasn't very good at it, and then I picked up Super Square. And I've just been kind of picking up a hodgepodge of weird nonsense crap that no one's ever heard of ever since. It's kind of my deal.
The small world moment I had when I was like, why do I remember Jaxler from a little while ago? And I was like, oh, it's because I was trying to learn Chibi Robo. I was in that server for a while. Duh.
Yeah.
Chibi
If you're a fan of Chibi Robo, you should join that server. You don't have to be a speedrunner, because it's also like the Chibi Robo subreddit like community server as well.
Yeah, but like it's not like they keep making Chibi Robos.
That is true.
It's like,
yeah, they only made one.
They did only. Park Patrol was okay.
They made like
okay. They made one and a half.
Patrol was alright. I enjoyed that one. It wasn't as
Park
good.
Patrol is
but...
pretty good, and then Happy Clean Sweep, the JT exclusive, is one of the best games I've ever played.
I have not played that one.
You should. There's an English patch now.
Oh, I should do that.
It is arguably as good, if not better, than the game.
How? The first one's so good.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said.
What is it on?
DS.
Okay.
It's in the same engine as Park Patrol,
that makes sense.
But much, much, much different gameplay mechanics than Park Patrol. It plays a lot more like the first.
I can do a pretty good Telly impression. It's like one of my few impressions that I can do.
Oh god. Okay.
You good? You good?
I'm good. Sorry.
The Telly impression just brought back flashbacks, clearly.
Apparently.
No.
Everyone should play Chibi Robo. It's really good.
Okay.
It's really good. Highly recommend. You know what else everyone should do? They should answer the question I'm about to read. Swoos, you marked the wrong question as read, so I'll read the one that you marked as read.
Oh.
What is your opinion? What?
I was thinking about that question, so I marked it
Well,
up.
you read it then, if you're so smart.
All right. What is your opinion on mods for games that improve the speedrun experience, such as removing cutscenes, normalizing RNG, or removing the need from downpatch from Insomnia?
Good, with an asterisk, and that those are three extremely different things.
True.
Ones that improve the speedrun are good because
that's what the hack community is built on. So yes, 100%.
My thought is more speedrunning accessibility for everyone. Because especially the more obscure your game is, you want to remove as many barriers as possible to people getting into your game. And there's some argument to be had that having a lot of crap that you have to set up in advance can be a barrier in and of itself. But more often than not, it's good. Make good things that are useful for your community.
Like initial setup usually isn't that bad in terms of like deferring people from joining, like running a game. If somebody wants to run a game, then like they'll go through an effort to do it, right?
Yeah.
And like as long as you have good guides and like a community that's willing to help, I feel like it's fine. Like How does a lot of stuff to set up, and it's like fine.
We have
it's fine.
We have like 4 different patches and 3 different programs.
It'd be cool. It'd be cool if the timer worked, but
yeah, it would be.
You can't win them all.
Okay, so the reason I was thinking of this question was because Chibi Robo.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Is Chibi Robo have a patch?
No. Well, I don't know, but it could.
Oh, to make it so that you don't get the 50-50?
The run is over half cutscenes.
Yeah, well, there's also cutscenes, but
I was mostly thinking of the 50-50s.
The 50-50s, why I was like, I'm not running this.
Yeah. So, like, if someone had made a mod for that, I feel like that would make the game way more approachable.
Yeah, I feel like, oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, that's like kind of always been like a problem for the Chibi Robo community specifically is accessibility. Just part of it is because getting a legit copy of the game is so damn expensive.
Yeah, I'm very glad I still have mine.
A copy that you can actually like read in the English language. Very, very expensive. So we have like a different leaderboard category for like English copies, Japanese GameCube discs, and Japanese Wii discs. Because fun fact, Chibi Robo is the only game that got a Wii Play Control port that didn't get localized in the U.S.
Weird.
Yeah, it kind of sucked. No, it's actually faster for speedruns, but Anyway, yeah, I guess I'm going into a Chibi Robo rant. You can't stop me. This is what you get. Okay, I'm not.
We've never tangented super hard in this show before, so
this is related. You're doing great.
Yeah. Okay. I'm also gonna do a different strat because I'm playing really bad right now.
Welcome to the show of Bad Speed.
Yeah.
Bad Speed.
Bad Speed.
The show of Bad
Speed. The vibes are immaculate. That's what really matters.
Welcome to Dear PB, a podcast where we show you how to do games suboptimally. Every week we pick a different game, and then and then the runners miss the tricks. That's what our show's about.
Okay, hit that trick. So okay, we're done with the level. Cool.
Intentionally pick the hardest games possible.
Yeah. And answering a complicated, multifaceted discussion point as I'm going straight into the hardest level in the run. Which
I'll buy you some time.
That's how we time it.
Well, what I was trying to talk about is like that, like Chibi Robo kind of has a lot of like unique accessibility hurdles, and like we don't really know like the best way to deal with that.
Yeah.
Because, I hit that. Cool. That's hard. 1 sec. I'm gonna try to do a funny.
Like the 50-50 one is one that like I would like normally I'd say like RNG you like don't want to patch out because that's like a big component of the game. But for something like Chibi Robo, where it's literally one RNG moment and it's like just 50% chance your run dies, like that would be one
it's bad. Yeah,
it's bad. Like, that's like a reason.
Yeah, there's probably like a couple of solutions we could have to that. Obviously, that's still always going to be like one of if not the fastest ways to beat the game. So it should be our 80%. But like I always thought like some kind of like no 50-50 category or like pushing like other types of like speedrun or speedrun adjacent Chibi Robo stuff would be really fun. That's why I've been trying to get a lot of people in the lockout bingo, because like you don't have to gamble with Pico.
True.
Because you just don't need that much money in bingo because we made the rule set around it. Wow, I suck.
Yeah, I like anything where it's like here's like a major RNG point and like the entire skill, quote unquote, is getting the first try essentially, or like getting the one roll first try essentially. Like Pokemon has a lot of this with catches, right? So like, for example, in Legends Arceus at the end, there's like a 40% catch, and you just have to keep throwing balls till you get it. And it's like there's zero. Like Pokemon also obviously has a lot of RNG, but that's like one major RNG pivot point where it's like there's no adapting for it, right? You just roll the dice till you get
it's sick, isn't it?
Till you get to the heart. The end of Oraf Elite Four Round 2 has the same thing, where it's like you have a 40% YOLO ball. If you miss, you soft reset and you lose a minute, and you just do that till you get the 40%. And like that, that's the kind of stuff that I don't mind normalized. Like I get the opposition for it because of like it's not the original game or whatever.
Right.
But like stuff like that where it's like normal Pokemon RNG, you adjust for it and it's like part of the game. But stuff like that, I don't mind.
Yeah, a good equivalent like for Chibi Robo, like Scrap, for example, is randomized, but like you can easily play around it and route around.
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
It's like stuff where it's like that 50-50, or it's like stuff that makes people resistant to want to commit time. I think is because like you were mentioning Legends Arceus as well, and I've been told by various people that like the beginning and end of that run is like super like just nothing.
Yeah, and that is correct. Why All Lords is the actual good category.
Fair.
Y'all ever just die on the auto scroller? Yes. Anyway, as you were saying.
Yeah, like I don't. Yeah. Sorry, I'll let Swoos talk because Swoos has just been saying for like 5 minutes now. Yeah.
It's definitely hard to like I guess monitor that like as a community because you're always gonna have people that are gonna like advocate for like the purity of the game, of course.
Yeah.
But like then it becomes a matter of is resetting 5-6 minutes in for like a 1 in 32 okay? In most cases, probably. Versus you have a 1 in 4 chance to get your run but
4 hours in or whatever. Yeah.
But that 1 in 4 chance is so far into the run that you need to just dump all this time into it, and the odds of you getting it are like next to none, and that's not fun for anyone.
Yeah, I think that arguments to like game purity tend to like underplay the like human toll that takes.
Right.
Yeah, well, not only that, but it's just speedrunning to me. Like, for some people, it's about speedrunning a specific game, and it's about playing a specific game a lot. I like speedrunning because I like speedrunning, and
yeah,
it doesn't matter what form or shape of game or engine that takes.
Right.
So for me, all those like purity arguments are just kind of whack to me. I don't know. That's just kind of my take. My whole thing is I want to like in terms of like the game itself, I just want to make sure that people have reasons to keep playing the game long after I'm gone. And like sometimes the purity argument doesn't keep people playing the game.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, not good.
I don't remember what I was gonna say, but it was
cool. Like for Hat, we have, like I was saying, we have like 7 things. That's not an exaggeration. We have a patch to fix the timer, which saves you time because the game's timer is broken.
Unpatched boot.
Unpatched boot.
Hat
technically
lag.
not necessary, but helpful. Yeah, there's the hat lag. There's the IGT restorer. There's a couple of fixes for the all timepieces categories, which the reasoning behind them is because they existed in a previous patch. So the 2.1 patch is like the official beta that Steam has. So that's like the easiest entry point, and that has pretty much all the glitches that are used. But it doesn't have mod support, where mods can just have like cosmetics and stuff, which are just nice to have. So basically, we ported the bugs up to like the mod version, because like the version that supports mods doesn't really introduce like anything new. We as a community felt that it was okay to just make the bugs still applicable on that specific version.
Then there's the music patch.
Yep.
Which just prevents hard crashes.
Yeah, so the game likes to crash in certain levels when like audio loops happen, or like layered audio stuff. Sometimes the game just crashes and there's no way to prevent it. So someone made a mod to make the audio only play on one track to prevent it. Yeah. So that's one. So yeah, there's a lot of setup, and like at this point, because there's so much stuff, no one really cares about the game purity, which is totally fine. Because it just makes the game super accessible and not awful to play. Like,
that's something I was gonna.
And stuff.
I remember I was gonna say, and it was that I like have a ton of respect for the Hat community for just being like, hey, this makes the game better, so we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like no one can say that like you can't look at Hat even with all the patches that's been added to it and be like, oh yeah, no, you're like not even doing the speed run of Hat.
Right.
Like it's its own thing. It's like no,
if you want to play the game pure, play on console, and playing on console is awful.
Awful.
Yeah,
I'm okay. I like patches that level the playing field.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like which is and like improve quality of life, right? And part of leveling the playing field is improving quality of life, in my opinion. Like things that get rid of cutscenes and stuff, that enables people who have less time to run to be able to get more attempts in, and that that's part of leveling the playing field. Like I think that's something that's kind of underspoken, is that if you're a full-time streamer, you have more time to get runs in than somebody who's working full-time and part-time jobs. And so
it also just makes the downtime between runs so much better. Like Sunshine, for example, like waiting 6 minutes to start a run sucks.
Yeah, or like 4.5 to 5 for Chibi Robo. I'm going to circle back to Chibi Robo because I am going to.
We always talk about Hat. Don't worry.
Yeah, Hats are one favorite reference.
I was like pretty upset about this is drama warning. Ooh. When the whole thing about GDQ like the official essentially statement that GDQ takes the best time, right, for specifically to try to be unbiased. But like that ignores the fact that there's intrinsic bias within even leaderboard times. Like it's not a pure level playing field, because again, like if you're a full-time streamer, then you can get more attempts.
You have the money and the able body to do it. It's not even just like a
that too.
As a disabled guy, I don't have, even if I have the time, I don't have the time because
Yeah, exactly. There's like a million different factors into it, and to say that like, oh well, the leaderboard time is a pure meritocracy is like such an untruth. It sucks.
Yeah.
It's why like that statement made me really upset, because like I don't know, read critical theory. That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
Yeah. Make accessibility's good. Turboize your community. Mod the fuck out of it. That's the official stance of this podcast.
Yeah.
Be cool with letting people play on emulators.
Yeah, emulators are cool too. Like, I wish we had a better way of doing emulators for Aura, like 3DS speedrunning. Just because the emulators run so much faster that it's like completely unfair.
We had the same issue with Brawl.
Yeah, we have emulator boards.
Mm-hmm.
But I wish you could. I know it isn't. I fully agree. It's the same thing with like anything that's like a subcat, like the same thing with like splitting turbo into its own thing. Is it's like one of them is going to be the prestige category no matter what. Like you can try to you can say that one isn't as much as you want, but at the end of the day, whichever one's like the one that's shown by default or whatever is going to be
considered the prestige. Yeah, and I get that to some degree. I'm also just so over it at this point. Like I don't know. Like I just gamers make the gamers are upset. TM me. I'm upset at gamers being upset. I'm just so over
There's
it.
There's too much bullshit.
I just want to play my games and do cool shit and show people. Like that's like part of the reason I play the weird games too. Is like I want to show people that running cool, like speedrunning, is more than just Mario 64 or whatever is popular on the algorithm or what have you. You know, like.
Hi, this is post-production May, the May that gets added in after the fact. Did you know we have a Patreon? If you're already a Patreon subscriber, this message isn't for you. Thank you, we love you, you can tune out for this part. But if you're not, for only $3 a month, you can get access to episodes early and get a bonus episode at least once per month. The bonus episodes are like different from the regular episodes. They're a lot more unhinged, which is kind of saying something. You get access to all the ones we've already done, even if you subscribe now, so that's cool. We don't want to have to run ads during this program, because ads suck, and supporting us via the Patreon helps us not have to do that. You can check it out at patreon.com/DearPBpod if you're interested and can afford to do so. You're already supporting us by listening to the show and telling others about it, so this is kind of like a bonus thing you could do if you really like it. Okay, cool, I'm done, bye.
As a person who only runs the Pokemon games that from the unpopular ones, I feel even though that's like not quite the same.
Yeah, because it sucks too. Because it's just like I don't know. I get worried about this. Could be a whole another question, but just the whole contentification of the internet and just how that is ruining speedrunning. But that's a rant for another.
I love content.
I love content.
Go off.
Yeah, you are fully invited to go off. Look, me not being the only person to go on like a political rant on this show would be awesome.
Yeah. Well, no, I
gotta start coming up with opinions then.
Like here, with a disclaimer that part of this is motivated by the fact that we live in a capitalistic society and that those incentives will reward certain things, and it's not entirely fair to judge the actions of specific individuals when there are larger systems at play. That being said, I am very the way that popular speedrunning content is handled and what they choose to focus on and emphasize as a part of the storylines they weave into their content, I find very upsetting.
I will say, I think Hotfix actually does a pretty good job of
yeah, exactly. No, I've done a couple shows with them. They're great, but you know, I don't want to name specific people because that would be
Hotfix having themes specifically based around trying to increase the parity of or trying to increase the variety of content that's exhibited, I think is really good. Yeah. Hotfix is good. I like Hotfix.
Hotfix is very good. I always like reading through games lists for GDQ, and it's oh, I've never heard of it.
Great content.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little bit of, I've never heard of that. That's great. And a little bit of I have heard of these ones.
Exactly. Yeah.
If I don't say what is that with the emphasis on the that at some point, then the schedule is bad. It's just bad. It's just bad.
Like I'm glad that like GDQ's like doing stuff with like rhythm games and like more showcases, which I think are really cool.
That
Even
is,
if it's
that is
not
good, yeah.
not necessarily speedrunnings. Like the GeoGuessr stuff was awesome.
Yeah.
Um,
Big GeoGuessr fan.
I just get really frustrated with, or not frustrated, but just kind of, I get kind of tired of the worn out narrative of like the world record progression, the world record narrative, and like celebrating the accomplishments of the people at the top.
We want to get Summoning Salt in this show at some point.
Okay.
World record progressions are great, and if you do them, you're really cool. And if
Yeah.
Okay.
For what it's worth, I've never watched a Summoning Salt video ever, which I know is kind of weird.
No, I understand what you mean, but like, so I feel like
speedrunning is about people. It's not about the times or the gameplay. It's about the people. I want to hear about the people.
Yeah,
you know?
like if you're joining a community to get the world record and that's it, that's kind of not, or that is not the way to go about it.
Yeah,
but I still feel like you should celebrate the people's accomplishments, but that doesn't detract from the people themselves.
Now, I want to add on to that. I think there's a difference between seeing a game that is like, oh, this game hasn't been run for a while. I don't want to see how far we can push this. Because people have been playing it. There's an opportunity here.
That's true.
There's a difference between that and, oh, I want world record because brain chemical goes skrat, you know?
100%, yeah.
I respect
there's nothing wrong with
chemical goes skrat. Don't get me wrong, but and like I'm okay if you're like I'm gonna join this game and I want to like with the goal of getting the world record because that's something that would make me feel good and give me the dopamine that I need to live. But like,
yeah,
just be cool about it. I don't know.
What I know what I want to say, but I don't want to what I said before wasn't exactly what I wanted to get across. You don't want to be the person that's like, oh, this run isn't world record, it sucks.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the person that only cares about world record as a player or a viewer.
Correct.
If you want to go for world record, by all means, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
You're not a shitty person by joining a game wanting to get world record. But if you're like, wow, your run's trash because it's 10 seconds off world record, you should go get record. That's awful.
It's that kind of that latter stuff that I see sometimes.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, do you mean the YouTube commenter speedrunner fan or speedrun fan?
Well, not even just YouTube content. I see it in my own stream and in other people's streams too, for games that I run and don't. And it tears small communities apart. Especially when things are that close knit. It's just so bad. It's so bad for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like the like fetishization of like top runners is bad.
Oh yeah.
Like it's pretty like top runners are good and you should, and like if they're good, that's worth celebrating and stuff, but also like behind every top runner is a whole community that like found the tricks and like supported like them and was involved in like conversations that led to the, you know what I mean? Like
it's not just the person doing it.
In
almost all cases.
But like world record progression videos that I like the best are the ones where like they do talk about like the individual runners like and what differentiates them more.
Yeah, because they're people.
Yeah. Exactly.
Anyways, watch the Brawl Road record progression.
Oh my god.
It's also a great made video. So
yeah, I would love speedrunning documentaries about like community history stuff. I think that'd be really cool. That's cool. I also don't want to make it because
that's a lot.
I don't want to make documentaries. It's not really my style.
Yeah.
Unless they're like parodies, then it is 1,000% my style. But yeah, I think that'd be really cool. Just like the history of like this community.
Yeah.
Because it would showcase a lot of people that I feel like don't get showcased as much, and that'd be awesome. Yeah, if you're listening to this and you want to become the next Summoning Salt, but of like slightly different content, you are more than welcome to use this idea. I like that you just have a shotgun now.
Yeah. Oh well, we had the shotgun before, but that's where you unlock the shotgun and full game runs.
Interesting.
We use it sometimes for damage, but we like to go fast, so we use the orb a lot. Which
I do like going fast.
It's like how Terraria has the pumpkin launcher.
Yeah,
like that.
I should mention this VTech is like really hard, so like I'm like I could be worse, you know. I'll give myself something.
Well, Look,
Anyway.
I don't know when you're doing stuff wrong, so it looks great.
I feel like
Yeah,
I
well,
have
I did
like
that,
way
so-
more stuff that I could say on this topic.
Oh yeah,
But I am
It's just
currently
there's
podcasting
just so many
out of
like
my
branching
basement.
paths that this leads to.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
respect your
Um,
communities.
Yeah.
Be nice to people. Focus
Yeah.
on people and not yourself.
That's the main
Yeah.
thing. Is like I started writing a thing a little while ago about like humanist speedrunning or like human-centric speedrunning. I didn't
Yeah.
finish it because I got bored, and I've also been really busy. But yeah, I just feel like do the decisions that are best for people, because at the end of the day, this is a hobby of people. Like that, it's a hobby that is about people doing things, not a video game doing things. It's people doing things to a video game, not a video game doing things to people.
Yeah, that's why I started making tutorials. Because I don't.
Yeah.
People should be able to get into games. I don't care if they're better than me.
Yeah,
Like if
I
they're
mean-
learning, that's awesome.
Oh, I got the funny. Whee! Sorry.
And
There
like
he goes.
community, like the community is like so important to like
Yeah.
every game, like regardless of whether or not it should be, right? Like even games with shitty communities, that has a huge impact on everybody who runs the game. You can't really
Yeah.
diminish that.
And I mean, by getting as many people into a game as possible, you end up being able to offset that.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, at the end of the day, who cares about a ledger of speedrun times more than like meeting
Elo
new friends?
Corporation does.
Oh yeah, corporations and the YouTube algorithm. But
Yeah, the YouTube algorithm does love the words world record.
sometimes I
Yeah.
think about putting it in just random PBs
Unfortunately.
that aren't even world record, just for the culture.
Just put like world record, but
Do
put
former
like the
world
words
record.
like
That's
your
probably what I
town
should do.
world record, and then just fool the algorithm.
But then if I
Yeah.
put that there, then I have to like link back to the original world record, and that's like effort
you
that I have to
don't.
spend.
I don't.
I
No, you
don't,
don't.
but I feel like I do.
As long as you say it's the like whatever, like
just
if
trying
I
to
put like
sucker
the
people into my
Chicago world
earbuds.
record, then I'm fine.
Chicago, yeah. Yeah, this is the
world record, but I am self-centered, so I am.
The
yeah, this is
World
the Hoosier
Series-
record.
Sort of mindset
Oh,
of
God.
like,
Can you believe people from Indiana call themselves Hoosiers? It's so crap.
isn't that the term for Indiana? Indiana?
It's not.
Indiana.
It's Hoosier. You would think it'd be like Indiananite or something. No, it's Hoosier.
I mean, I could.
Indiana.
Every time some
Is this
like
just a podcast where we shit
some
talk
person runs
Indiana
for
now?
Congress, they talk about Hoosier values, and it's just ass.
Hoosier values are being. I don't. You know what? If you're
Racism.
a
That's all you
Washington
need to know.
from Indiana, I respect you, but I don't respect your shitty state. I fucking hate Indiana.
Yeah, it's. I call it Kentucky Plus for a good reason.
It's the cat box state because it
Kentucky
smells
man.
bad and it's full of sand.
Yeah. They got
It's
corn.
also where Chicago gets all of its guns from, which is awesome.
Woo.
It's so good.
I feel like we're
I
not
love it.
answering questions. Am I like leading us to astray?
No,
No.
we did this to ourselves.
Yeah, we do
18
this every
Oh,
episodes
this
episode.
is
ago.
not 40 minutes of
Literally,
Angry Birds.
If you didn't see the episode with
It's not
Lizstar,
40 minutes of Angry Birds.
yeah, if you didn't see the
40
episode with
minutes of
Lizstar, we answered one
politics.
question, then talked about cool hardware for an hour. Again,
I don't
last
even know if we
episode-
answered a question.
We did.
Well,
we
we
did two
did
questions.
answer a question about like mods and stuff.
No. This one we're doing great. The one that we did with Liz, I don't know if we answered.
I think I think the question involved hardware, and that's why we got
Okay.
so far off.
That's fair.
And then again,
Yeah,
the
knowing
last
Liz,
one-
that sounds like where it would have gone off the rails.
All right, you want to do another Angry Birds U quiz?
No.
Oh,
Maybe after the episode we can.
What if we gotta do that as one of our? We just gotta do U quizzes for one
We
of our
will.
bonus episodes.
Not right now.
Okay. Dear PB, wait. How long? No, I don't want to do that one. Dear PB, is there anyone you personally could watch all day as a runner? From You're My Friend, Heart, it's Lauren.
Thank you.
And
You're
now
my
Lauren's
friend,
gonna watch
Hart.
this, and I'm gonna get like feedback the day after that's like, you're not supposed to say it's me, I'm anonymous. Hi, Lauren. Friend of the show.
I'll go first. I feel like this question's hard for me to answer sometimes because like if there's like a runner that like I really respect who like never streams and they like turn on their stream for one time in the year, I'm gonna like move heaven and earth to try to catch that stream because it's just like, oh crap, they're back from the dead.
So
The
mean.
Doka effect.
So like one example of that is I'm talking about Chibi Robo again. You can't stop me. Is by far the best Chibi Robo player to ever touch the sticks, which is Single Scoop, who is so He is so good. Okay, so we have been like working on like a randomizer for Chibi Robo, and we did like a manually generated proof of concept ISO, and he is so good at the game that he beat the final boss and like soft lock himself out of the credits for progression by just breaking the game so hard. He's just that good. It was actually nuts.
Amazing.
That's like the world record holder for crosscode is like, I don't know, 12 minutes better than the second best in a game where the world record is now an hour 9 minutes. Like it's
Good
like
Lord.
night and day. And so
Wow.
And that's Sloa who's in second too. Sloa's not a bad runner either.
yeah, I know.
That's very
like, crosscode
impressive.
is just like the ceiling for crosscode is just insane. And
That is whack.
he came back and did like de-rested like the last week and then beat the world record by 2 minutes.
Amazing.
There are many runners that I like watching, and it's impossible to pick my favorite, so I will. And I watch. Who are my most watched runners? I watch Sparkle a lot. Sparkle's really good. He's just very entertaining. He doesn't even run. He hasn't run stuff in a while, but his Fire Red Leaf Green Elite 4 Round 2 content is like my favorite that I've probably ever watched on Twitch. It was very good. Who else? There are definitely people that I'm like, oh, they're online, I'm going to watch them. Part of the problem with this is that my brain doesn't have, like, memory, can't do recollection off the top of my head. Who do I follow? Swoosh, who do I follow? I like Swoosh's content.
Yes, I stream so often.
there's
Please
this
watch
really-
my stream.
There's just this really bad streamer named SWC19.
I
Whoa,
agree.
it's so
Not watch
toxic.
that.
I'm happy that
Oh
they
my
don't stream
God.
anymore. I thought it
Look,
was
you're
stream
2 days
today.
older than me. I get this on you, okay?
I was
How do I
going to
even
stream
see
today,
the
but I
full-
forgot. I forgot we were doing this.
I'm a big fan of Court.
True.
Oh, yeah. Huge cosign. Corey is great.
Big fan of Tippy. Pretty much anybody who's been on this show before, they're good. You should watch them.
It's true.
Agreed.
If I didn't say your name, it's because I started scrolling through my my follow channels, and I was like,
you're
I don't
not
want
live
to.
right
This is too many. Big fan of Iron Chef _ episodes.
Rip Iron Chef episodes.
I miss Iron Chef
One out,
episodes.
please. I'll be honest. I don't watch Twitch much. I kind of just hang out.
That's fine.
I'm gonna pivot to a slightly different question. Do you all have, like, this might just be a me thing, but like, if there's somebody streaming of a game that I run,
I was
tend
just
not
about to say
watch
that.
them very much. And it's like,
It depends on what the
weird,
game is.
Oh, I always like lurk in people's chats that are just running like Hat or something.
like for some it's like I want to, but like I feel like watching other people play the games I run just makes me get frustrated that I'm not running it right now.
Yeah,
And I just have to look away.
It makes me want to play the game, and I don't want to do that.
I do that with chess. I play chess occasionally, and it's like I see something online of someone doing it, and I'm like, I want to play now. And then I do, and then I lose, and then I get mad. I'm like, all right, no more of that.
That was enough.
I usually just like watch people running Hat, and it's just like, you're doing great.
Part of the thing is like when you like if I watch people who like run a game that I run and they're like around my skill level or like newer, then it's just me being like, oh, I want to give advice so fucking bad.
So what
You know
you do
what I
is you
mean?
make a tutorial, and then you go to someone's stream and you hear yourself in the background because they're watching your
Yeah.
video.
So,
There's nothing
that's
more
what-
satisfying on planet Earth, I tell you what.
So if it's somebody like newer than me, then it's like, oh, I want to give advice so bad, but I don't want to be annoying. If it's somebody around my same skill level, it's actually different. Then that's like the like perfect level where it's like, oh, I can talk about what's going on here, and we're both.
Right.
And it's like it's like the philosophers walking down the forum picture. You know what I mean?
you're both of the same intelligence.
Let us talk
so-
about IVs.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's fun. But then if they're like way better than me, I'm like, wow, I'm so bad at this shitty game. God damn it.
Me too.
Like anytime I watch like anyone play Hat. Well, okay, so Hat's a little bit different because Hat, like, I don't have any like delusions of grandeur for. So like I watch people play hat. I'm like, wow, people are good at hat. But then I like watch people get better times than me in ORAS, and I'm like, whatever. I could do that.
Yeah.
I hate this.
Whatever, I could do that. Except for I just can't get good at RNG. Whatever, you're not special. I'm happy for you though. But also fuck. That's the thing with running super RNG heavy games is it's like you watch somebody like get really really good RNG and you're like, God, I wish that was me.
Yeah. I end up comparing myself to people better than me, and it's like, literally, how do you save so much time on me here? Like, I don't understand.
On what?
In just like comparing like my times to people that are better than me.
Oh, it's like, yeah, it's wild.
It's like, cool, your best segment or your PB is like 15 seconds faster than my summit best in like the first 5 minutes of the game. Literally, how?
When I was deep in the ORAS grind too, I was like, all right, I must be doing something wrong. How am I like 3 minutes slower than the world record?
Right.
One of them was because I hit an optional, so that's a minute got down the drain on my PB. Like, obviously, but where did the other 2 minutes go? And I looked into it, and it was literally all just RNG. I was like, wow, I didn't actually like I executed pretty much identically. It was all just I got the bad luck and they got the good luck. Fuck.
Damn. If only there was a mod to normalize RNG.
If only there was a mod to normalize all the. I sound so salty, by the way, in this segment, and that's not what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, May just strives for world record only and will stop at nothing and will break everyone down on the way to get there. Clearly.
And if anybody has a worse time than me, then they're washed. And if anybody has a better time than me, then they're tryhards.
Yeah, of course.
That's the ranked gameplay mindset. Anybody better than you is a tryhard, and anybody worse than you is a scrub.
Yeah,
exactly. Oh yeah, I should probably mention we're in like the second to last level. So if there's like any like big questions that like you really wanted to hit before I take us on like 5 more. But yeah.
If you could do an escape room with 5 other runners with the goal of getting out the fastest, who would you choose as your teammates? From
I don't know 5 other runners.
Mystery questionnaire here. You're my friend. It's also Lauren.
I don't know 5 other runners.
I'd probably take Single Scoot because he is one of the smartest people I know. Obviously I'm in the escape room because. Well, oh, so it's me and 5 other people. So it's 6 people.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I guess. I also did not pick up on this.
Yeah, it's you plus 5. 5 other runners.
Or would 6 people total even be optimal? You might have too many heads just in the kitchen.
I don't know.
I might have a conflict with the question.
Let's say it's an escape room designed for 6.
Okay.
So I'd take Single Scoot for sure. Because he is a genius. He plays the heart. I mean, how could you not have him on his team? Yeah, he plays the heart. He owns the heart, and he's really good at it.
That's very cool.
Yeah. Who else would I have? I don't know.
Team of 2, you got it.
Maybe Cube. Honestly, Cube's pretty smart. I don't know. A lot of my other speedrunning friends are kind of dumb.
I feel like you don't have to be like. I feel like part of us. You need like. I feel like you need like a variety of people because you don't want like a bunch of like.
Well, we're all smart in like different ways
because they'll all clash. You need like somebody to keep morale up, and you need
comic relief.
Well, that's my job. I'm almost always the comic relief in any group I am. Yeah, you can ask anybody who went to Midwest Speed Fest.
And you need a drifter, a hitter. I don't remember all the roles, and the hacker.
Oh, I did the funny. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right,
the 5 people watching this.
Wow.
Yeah. First 5 people to watch this.
I would pick Swift and Etiquette and Swoos.
Yeah, that's me.
You're on the team. Congrats.
Ooh, I made it.
And
I would be the kind of person to like know the answer and just intentionally lead everyone else astray.
My team needs to be people that I could just start shouting stuff, and then people won't like try to argue with me about it. They'll be like, all right, we'll hear you out, May, even if your idea is bad. Otherwise I'll get frustrated. Court's on the team.
Oh yeah, I'd have Court on my team.
It's the Dear PB team.
Yeah, pretty much. Who's my last player?
Me. I don't know.
Lauren.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Wait, Lauren isn't a runner. Never mind. I can't pick Lauren. Damn it.
What do you mean? She's the best speedrunner we've had on DRPV.
That is true. All right, so so I guess it depends if Lauren is considered a valid choice. I don't know. This is hard.
It's a thought-provoking question.
Thar, maybe? Thar would be good. If you weren't on the team, then it means that we're at a fucking fight. No, if you weren't on the team,
It means that Nate thinks you're stupid.
Yeah, if you're not.
And no, it means you're not a world record holder speedrunner, and we think less of you
True.
because
Yeah,
of it.
and yeah, you should be respected less.
True. No, it probably
Obviously.
just means that like, it probably means that you would like argue with me too much, and then I would be like, I need to go lay down.
Understandable.
Yeah. It means that you came up to me when I was running tech, and I was like, "You need to go away." That's what.
True.
It
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't be that person.
Or it could also mean that I think you would have a panic attack, and I don't want you to have that. So.
Yeah, we don't want that for you. We
Yeah,
here
exactly.
at DRPB do not condone heart attack or not heart
Panic
attack,
attacks.
panic attacks. Same difference.
Either
I don't
or, yeah.
recommend it. I don't.
Yeah.
Condone isn't necessarily the word I'd use. I don't know.
Oh,
That feels like if we're
We are
saying like,
anti-heart attack. If you have one,
like,
you
oh,
are
you need a panic
nothing.
attack. That's kind of problematic. Is this the
it's
last
kind of a
level?
skill issue, honestly.
Kind of weak.
This is the last level.
Whoa.
And I hit some of the funny, so we're doing good.
Nice.
Speaking of the funny, let's see if I hit this. Come on. No way.
I like these sign warps. They're
Yeah.
very
Oh
good.
god. Okay.
That's like-
I hit the checkpoint. Okay, so this is a soft lock, but I hit the checkpoint, so we're good.
Huh.
Oh.
So if you dive bomb at like the same time as hitting a checkpoint like that, that happens.
What's the
we're good.
term? What's the term for a soft lock where you still hit your goal?
It's
It's like less than soft.
an
Yeah, it's
unfunny,
like
I call it the unfortnite. That's what I call it
The un-Fortnite. What makes it un-Fortnite?
because it's under Fortnite. You know, it's under Fortnite.
Okay.
What?
Moving on. Next question.
What? No. I want to figure out the term for one step below
it's
soft
like
lock.
unfortunate.
Softer than
No,
soft.
I get that. I get that. But like you have soft lock and hard lock.
plush lock.
What?
Plush lock.
Plush lock.
Hmm.
No, it's a nuzlock.
A nuzlock, yeah.
Uh-huh.
What's that?
Where you're only stuck there because you put it upon yourself.
The softest lock.
The softest lock. It's like air, an airlock.
Do you know the
already a
softest part of the
thing.
lock is sometimes called the flesh?
Ooh. I
What?
didn't.
That's a hat joke.
You what?
Again, our one frame of reference is a hat in time.
I have
for the
two
PC.
frames of references.
Your other one
Reference-
is Chibi Robo.
Okay, I have 3 frames of references, I guess. I would not have put Chibi Robo as one of my frames of reference, but if you say
After
so.
today, it
It's
is.
what we've got to work with, man.
After today, it is.
What's everyone's favorite tool in Chibi Robo?
The Robo.
Copter is like the most
I was
versatile.
also going to say Copter.
All right, I was gonna say that too. I clearly.
Copter's good.
Chibi Robo.
Blaster's all right, but like
Blaster's fine.
Blaster's only really good for the money that you get on returns
Yeah.
after you get the charge chip. Because fun gaming fact for you Chibi Robo fans out there, you can kill spiders with the toothbrush and
true.
or the mug.
You can do that in real life, too.
Yeah.
A little more difficult. But yeah, very, very important knowledge to
I would
have for
argue
bingo.
it's probably equally difficult in real life.
Hold on a second. The video's gonna look like it's gonna stutter. Doing this at 30 FPS makes this easier.
Whoa, I've
Just
never
like
played a
that.
game that has intentional lag in it before.
Whoa, intentional lag?
Do not adjust your TV set.
I missed the button.
Oh,
It's almost like this
that's
menu.
a one.
needs new
That's a
stuff that
one
you
frame.
try
You
to
still have
add
your
in.
safe spot.
Oh
But
no.
it's another hat in time
Oh,
joke.
very lucky.
Are you menu lagging? That's
I
so
don't feel
cool.
like I have enough time for another
I
question.
am not menu lagging.
Oh man.
Alright,
Yeah.
we're almost halfway into the last level. So
Okay, maybe we have another time for another question.
Who's your favorite Angry Birds character?
Who's your favorite
my
Angry Birds
God.
character? No, don't answer that. We won't get into it. And we fully cannot. But it's Stella,
Yeah, it's Stella.
obviously. Like, come
I'm
on.
gonna keep intentionally throwing
Girl
so we have more
boss.
time for questions.
Dear PB, what is a speed game you thought you would really like, started runs / learning, and then realized it wasn't for you? What do you think was the issue? From Somni.
Sunshine. Game
Sunshine's
sucks to
bad.
play.
Yeah, it does suck
It's
to
great
play.
to watch.
I can answer this one for me, Chibi Robo.
Yeah, pretty much. I really wanted to like it, and then the more I learned about it, I was like, I don't know, actually.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, for me it's Sunshine and Thousand Year Door. Sunshine is
Yeah,
just
Thousand Year Door is rough.
really hard, and Thousand Year Door has an insanely high skill floor.
The Sims was
Yeah.
like that for me too, where I was like, oh, the Sims speedrunning, that sounds rad. And I looked into it, and I tried a couple times, and I'm like, wow, this is really boring. And I run Pokemon.
Yeah. Brutality. I would say honestly, Ocarina of Time 3D. It was the first game I learned, and I was like, this is not only way too hard for me, but then when I came back as like an actually more seasoned speedrunner, I'm like, this is still not my thing. And I did one run. I'm like, that's good enough for me. I guess more recently, although I'd say it's more of a category thing than a because I'll probably learn a different category of it at this point. It's a game called Whiplash on the original Xbox and PS2. I loved the game casually
Isn't
when
that-
I played it. What?
Like the reality show?
No,
that's
not
Wipeout.
that
That's
Whiplash.
Wipeout.
That's
Wipeout.
No,
Like
Whiplash
the-
is
like
a
the-
Like
the
the
movie
drumming
about
movie.
drumming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like the drumming movie. That's the other joke people like. But no.
Damn, not original.
Dang it.
In a second. But like the thing with that game has very very difficult tech, and there's one trick that I just cannot figure out how to do for the life of me, and it sucks and I hate it. So I'm probably just gonna learn an extended category instead. That's a bit longer but more fun. 'Cause that's what speedrunning is about, folks.
Fair.
It's about fun.
No, you can't say the F word. Not on this wholesome.
Oh, you had me like
podcast.
really
It's
worried for a
about-
second that I said something really bad, and I'm
Yeah, you
like,
said
Speedrunning
fun.
is
hey,
about
I would
drive.
never do that.
It's about power.
It's about time
All right, into the final boss we go.
for us to fight the final boss.
Yeah. Final boss is Stella from Angry Birds. Good crossover.
Finally, the content that Dear PB deserves.
What other games?
Did you
are,
add
like,
that? Did you
prohibitively
add that to
difficult?
the YouTube tags, by the way?
No.
Angry
I don't
Birds,
do
no.
YouTube tags.
You gotta add what?
I haven't
not
done
be
YouTube tags.
associated
Oh
with
my
this
god,
filthy
this is
Angry
why our
Birds
viewership's
content.
going down.
This is your job.
I don't do anything.
Damn.
Sounds
I've
about
been
right.
I've been so busy.
Anyway, we're going into the final boss, so if you have like one, we probably
Any
have
last donations?
Yeah.
last
Oh,
donation?
one other thing I meant to say at the start. We are gonna do Marathon Part 2.
Ah.
It will
Someday.
happen.
I don't know what that
yeah.
means, but you should
We did
totally
a-
listen to it when it releases.
Yeah.
Well, Marathon Part 1 did come out, so you're revealing your lack of knowledge of the DRPG extended
Oh,
universe
no.
here.
Damn.
Um, but
the DPP.
Marathon Part 2. Is the final boss in this game just like Vivi from?
TQID, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, from the Black Mage from Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Marathon Part 2 will be coming out.
We will be doing
soon,
it.
TM.
Yeah.
And if it
we
doesn't,
just have to
then-
find time where everyone's free.
Yeah,
And by that
that's
I
fun.
mean we haven't asked, but we've been very busy. So you know what? It be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
We will. Honestly, at the end of the day, you're gonna watch it and you're gonna go, "Wow, the wait made it all the better."
Yeah.
I'm so glad that it took them 2 months or whatever to get
It's
this
been
organized.
2 weeks.
I know. I mean, but
It'll be
have
2
we even
months.
started trying to organize it yet?
No. We're gonna do it next
Exactly.
week.
Are we?
That's already our plan. I told you
Oh.
the plan.
All right. Well, our plan is to do it next week.
May does not read my DMs.
I do not. No, I just don't remember them.
That's fair.
There's a lot of them.
Wow.
And a lot of times it's just both of us being like, we don't want to do anything. Flop emoji.
Yes. There's nothing wrong with
That's-
not doing anything.
Admittedly, that's like 90% of my DMs with literally everyone these days. if you liked our show, you should follow us on Twitter. We have a Twitter account where like we post about who's going to be on the next episode, and you can ask them questions or send in questions to ask them if you're like really specific about it. It's at twitter.com/dearpbpod. You can also follow us on Patreon. Not follow us. Give us money on Patreon. You can give us your hard-earned dollars. And then we'll reward you with early access to the episodes. And then also you get access to the bonus episodes, which are like different. They're different.
Yeah.
They're better, but they're
you already
also
heard
worse.
it in the ad.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I guess that
This is
I
another
actually
ad,
have
though.
I have a question now. Were there any like questions that were asked like specifically at me, or were they all just questions from Lauren?
They were not all from Lauren, but also we don't get questions for specific people that often, admittedly.
Oh, okay, cool. I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure that like no one had like some sort of dying question
No,
for me. Like,
I would've
Jaxler, I
asked
have to know, but I'm so embarrassed to ask you face to face.
I think the
Oh, time is coming up, by the way.
the game you liked but wouldn't run was pretty good for you. So you
Yeah,
attempted
I'd say
and
so.
run so many things.
Yeah.
Um,
Get ready.
but that's at patreon.com
Time.
/dearpbpod. And also there's a forum in the description where you can send in your own questions and we'll answer them. They don't even have to necessarily be about speedrunning. You can just ask us random stuff, which is fun.
True.
Like that question about escape rooms. That was fun. Ask us
Yeah.
questions like that.
Yeah.
The forum says that we'll prioritize speedrunning questions, but that's not even necessarily true. I just kind of picked the ones I like, so
We're just desperate.
I wasn't going to say it.
Jax, where can we find you?
Where can we find you, Jax?
Yeah. Oh, that was actually 47. Okay. Sorry, I like made the mistake of caring too much about the run. That was
never
actually
do that
not
when you're on
completely
the
horrible.
show.
So, yeah. So if you're more interested in me for some reason, I stream speedruns at twitch.tv/Jaxler1. If you're interested in learning any of the games that I run, a lot of my PBs and tutorials for specific things are on YouTube. Jaxler SR is the channel name there. And if you want to see the occasional oven retweet, Jaxler SR on Twitter as well. But yeah, I mostly just stream, but I'm not great about. Yeah.
Imagine
That's
streaming.
Video
Jaxler,
games!
the number
I would
one,
honestly
not
much
the
rather
word.
you go to like the
Yes.
speedrun.com leaderboards for any of the games that I run. Just run the speed games I run. Succumb to my peer pressure. That's what I
Yeah,
care more
if
about.
you want to find Jaxler, then run TV Robo.
Yeah, exactly. If you run Chibi Robo, I will find you. That is not only a
That
threat, that
sounds
is a
like a
promise.
threat. You do understand that sounds like a threat.
It's a promise, so let me put it that way.
Okay, well, if you want to be found, then you
Run
know what to
Chibi
do.
Robo, please. Smile.
Okay, I do like
At the
how
very
the
least-
credits show the development process of
I
this
do like
game.
that.
Yeah, this game
That
was
is
made
cool.
by like one guy. Like
yeah,
for the
you
most
could.
part.
I was looking at like it's like wow, it's like The Room in terms of just one guy, but
Yeah.
like not bad.
Yeah, no, this game's actually really sick. For those who want to pick it up on all major platforms and Steam, so pick it up. It's good. Plug the
I was
disc.
going to
Sorry.
say something. Oh yeah, if you don't want to run Chibi Robo, you should play Chibi Robo. It's really good.
That is also very true.
Really good. And then I don't know, you can find it on websites because that game's expensive.
Okay.
I will not tell you what those websites are, and we do not condone you going to those websites. But if you were to do it, then
That would
don't
be really
we-
funny.
That would be
I mean,
that would be a
that's
good
fine.
bit. We love a bit.
True.
Do we have anything else? Do we have anything else to talk about? We don't have any like announcements, I don't think.
Probably not.
Someday we'll have an announcement. I swear.
Dear
to God.
PB the movie is in production.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Also, can I plug one other thing real quick?
Of course.
Please.
SGDQ Monday at like 4 a.m. I'm running an indie game called Word and Melody of the Undergrowth. If you happen to have a poor sleep schedule, be there.
Yeah.
At 1 a.m.
4.
4 a.m. I was gonna ask if I could be in your back couch. I do not want to do that.
Yeah. No,
I
I mean,
will-
it'll. So that's 4 Eastern, so that'll be 3 Central.
Ooh.
That's not any
Still
better.
very late.
That's
Helix is
very
hosting.
late.
Helix is hosting my
Oh
run.
man.
That's
a
actually
pretty good
little bit more
time.
Tempting, but I will.
It's a
probably be
12-minute run.
asleep. I will probably be asleep. So
I will
that's
also be
totally fair.
asleep.
But
I
you
will
should be
also
there.
not be at GDQ, so
You should feel bad about not being there.
I will.
I said, oh yeah, that's the other announcement. Is I said we're gonna do a Dear PB live at GDQ. We're probably not gonna do that because this is going. So
unless you contribute enough to Patreon for a plane ticket.
Yeah,
go.
if everybody went to Patreon right now, then we could get Spoos to GDQ, and then we could do a Dear PB live.
It's true.
But also I'd have to find a venue because they don't have the panel
Okay.
room anymore. All right, cool.
Bye.
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 Thanks for having me, everybody.
Thanks for being here. And
no problem.
Don't be racist.
Don't be
Don't
racist.
be racist.